Hey friends, it's Samantha here from eXp Realty in Port Alberni, and today we're leaving the real estate behind to dive into one of my favorite fall activities, mushroom picking. Vancouver Island is a mushroom hunter's paradise, especially here on the west coast, where the damp, temperate rainforest creates the perfect environment for a variety of wild mushrooms. In this video, I'll be sharing tips for foraging, the best spots to find mushrooms on the west coast, and some important safety advice to make sure you have a successful and safe foraging experience. First things first, mushroom picking is all about respect. Respect for nature and respect for safety. The west coast of Vancouver Island is home to a wild variety of edible mushrooms, but it's also important to remember that some species can be toxic, so always make sure you're 100% certain of what you're picking before you harvest. Out on the west coast today, we are close to Bamfield. We're about an hour and a half away from Port Alberni. Depends how fast you're driving. Obviously, when you got a baby in the back of the car, it makes the drive a little bit longer. Today we are mushroom picking. As you can tell by my beautiful outfit, it's not very real estatey today, but yeah, we're out hunting in the woods, our secret location. And I just wanted to tell you guys a little bit about mushroom picking in the Northwest, Pacific Northwest. So today we are talking about the Chanterelles because it is the middle of August. Looking towards the end of August right now. So starting from now until basically it frosts, the Chanterelle is going to be the kind of mushroom that we see the most out here, and they are delicious and they're super easy to find, and they're not very easily confused with any other kinds of mushrooms. So found a cute little patch here, and I'm going to show you guys these little ones here. They're hiding in a little tree hole. They are, yeah, they don't always grow in clumps like that. Yank these little guys out. So now some people think that you have to cut them out, that in order for them to regrow again next year, that it's necessary to you know, cut them off when you take them out, but that's actually not the case. That's a myth. The mycelium actually grows underneath all of the ground. So these are just the fruits. This is basically an apple on a tree that comes out. So, you know, if you pick an apple, the apple's still gonna come back next year. So you don't have to. I usually cut them off only because it's cleaner in the bag. So that's a chanterelle. You can tell if you look at the bottom of the mushroom there, you're not seeing gills. This is what they call veins. So they go all the way down the stem there, what they call decurrent. So they don't have that kind of line that goes around and then it ends at the stem. It goes all the way down there. And then they're not fully, the gills don't go straight across. So they kind of, yeah, if you look at them, they look like little veins. And then usually they're this color. Sometimes you can get them in white as well. Usually earlier in the summer, they're a little bit more pale, but these are the golden chanterelles. They're pretty obvious, and there's really not a whole lot else at the same color. And they're obviously really easy to find because you can pick them out in the forest floor. Yeah, and if you guys have any other questions about like hunting chanterelles in the Pacific Northwest, Bamfield's a really great spot to go. Tofino's also a great spot too, just because you know, it's wetter out here. We don't get it super hot like in Port Alberni. Port Alberni is usually like beginning of September, mid-September, depending on what the year is. It's actually been pretty wet and cold in August here, so we'll probably start to see some more chanterelles earlier in the season, which is really exciting. And yeah, we're gonna go hunt for some more. Come on. And just a couple things you're going to want to remember to bring: a field guide, you're going to want a bag or a basket to carry your mushrooms in, and then obviously you're going to want to wear weather appropriate clothing as it could get wet and muddy out, especially in the fall. It's a bit early, but these are actually the winter chanterelles. They're a little bit darker, flimsier for sure. They're not as robust. The stems aren't as robust as the golden chanterelles are. But they're very similar. If you look underneath, they have the same sort of gills underneath. They're veins rather, not gills. But these ones usually come out later in the year when it gets a bit colder. I've seen a ton of these in Tofino. Sometimes they even, heads are about that big. So yeah, pretty cool. And then there's some really nice ones just on the ridge here. We'll come do a little bit of a close-up so you can see them a little bit better. And always, always tell someone where you're going or take a buddy with you, and make sure to have either a cell phone or GPS, as it's very easy to get turned around if you got your head down while you're looking for mushrooms.
Yeah.
Oh baby.
Okay. That's
Mushroom picking on the West Coast is truly a rewarding experience, combining the thrill of the hunt with the joy of a delicious meal. Thanks again for joining us on this adventure. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more tips on living and exploring the beautiful west coast of Vancouver Island. Until next time, happy foraging!
Look at this.
let's see. Nice.
Lush.